So the biggest lever to pull to get good success with Facebook ads nowadays is not about targeting, it's not about the campaign structure. Those things help, but really it's about copy and creative testing. Now in my last video, I showed you how I'm using some AI tools that I created with custom GPTs to quickly create ad copy and creative for Facebook ads. This video, I want to give you a behind the scenes look at exactly how that's working and to give you more of a breakdown about the funnel behind this. Now, if you want to get access to the custom GPTs I'm going to show you in this, you can get access to them in Growth Models Plus on a $1 trial, which you can find in the description of this video. If you have any questions, drop them as comments. But otherwise, let's get into this. Okay, so here's the product I've been promoting with ads. It is the $1 product challenge, which is how I set up these low-cost front-end funnels to acquire customers at scale because I can cover my ad spend, right? And it's a very simple funnel, simple page, quite a long form page with lots of proof and stuff on it. Really good, right? Been working quite well for me. So with the ads, the basic structure of the ad account is very simple. This is something I learned from a guy called Hernan Vasquez. I would definitely recommend that you Google him, check him out. It's really helped. With my advertising, I was good at ads before. I'm much better now. And essentially, you'll notice this top ad set here. So this is just within one of the campaigns running. And this one had only run for a couple of days. But you'll notice up here there are no stats because I added this as an audience to target after the fact because I thought I want to go broader with this. But essentially, it's very simple. Target a cold audience of your ideal customers. So you go with interest targeting, something like this, to get in front of the right people. And then what we're going to do is a lot of the time, this single touch point of an ad isn't really going to be enough to get them to purchase. So then what we do is we build a warm audience, and this is people who have engaged with your brand across social channels, your website, wherever you can track them with your pixel, any kind of engagement. So anybody who engages in any way, in my mind, that's like a digital hand raise, like I'm interested in what you have. So we want to keep serving those people ads. Within those, we basically have a couple of different ad variants, which I'll run through shortly. I'm currently testing both video and static image to see what works best. But that's the essentially very high level analysis of the way that we build these. Cold audience and then a retargeting audience. I put more budget into the cold audience because I want to reach more people and I want those people to click. And then this is going to be a much smaller audience because the number of people who actually engage is going to be far smaller. I think my basic cold interest targeting audience is something like 140 million people. I don't have 140 million people who have engaged with my brand yet. So I don't need to put as much money into the retargeting right now. I want to reach more people and get that done. So when I launched this was £15 a day and this was £5 per day, which is maybe $20 and $7.50 or something around there, just to see how this works. Now, I will say for the first few days, no sales happened. You've got to let these things run. They'll go through peaks and troughs, right? You will have a couple of days of no sales and then bosh, things will kick in, things will start working. Great. It just always happens in these kind of cycles. And you'll see here, I let it run for a couple of days. So it was 15 a day and we ended up spending 77. And so what would that be? 5 days. In all, we spent £102 and that only got us 5 sales. Now per purchase, that means that I was paying £20 per purchase. So £20 cost per acquisition to get one customer in. If you look at the $1 product challenge, it is $27. So 27 USD to GBP. I'm only just about breaking even on that. Fortunately, I don't leave it to chance. If you want to make sure that you cover your cost per acquisition so that you don't lose money on these ads, you need to have the right funnel set up. The whole system is mapped out in the $1 product challenge, but essentially you need bump offers and upsells to increase that average order value. So with this, when you go through to the checkout, you'll notice that we have the $1 product challenge for $27, and then we have this bump offer for another $47. So that will increase the potential order value to 74. What we then also have is a couple of upsells on the back end to increase the value of each customer coming through. So this is 97. There's another one which is 99. So essentially we've gone from a $27 potential highest value that somebody could pay all the way through to 97, 99. Let's round those up. We'll say 200 plus 47 and 27. So we'll say 275 is what I could get from each person coming through. What I'm actually getting, and that's dollars, so that would be about £220. What I'm actually getting is £57. Oh, sorry, 63 overall. £63 per person coming through. So I'm paying £20 to make £63. I've paid £100 to make £319. That's a 3.12 ROAS. And you'll notice that the re-engagement list is doing the heavy lifting here, right? That's driving most of those conversions, and it will continue to do so. because what I've seen is that most people are a little more hesitant to buy on a first touch point with your brand. So you've got to move that funnel forward into the advertising stage and keep hitting them with advertisements. The most interesting thing here, though, is that both of these campaigns use the exact same ads. I've just created the same ads and I'm running to the same audiences, which is something I learned from Hernan. And essentially, it is one copy variant, so one description text, and then different creative elements. So we've got 2 static images and 3 videos that I'm testing. Let's actually just pick one of these out, the one that's getting, there we go. So you'll see it here. So you'll see we got 2 static images here, and these are videos, okay? And the most interesting thing here is same copy variant across all. These static images and the Facebook ad copy was all written by AI. I built some custom GPTs that use the templates that I find work best for my different ads, that based on ads that I see in the wild that seem to be performing really well. So I built some custom GPTs to write that content very quickly. And then I have another custom GPT that helps me create eye-catching ad creative. And it's the same copy across all of them. There we go. This is the same across all of them. The headline's the same, the description's the same, CTA's the same. I'm just testing this creative element. I want to show you how simple it is with the right custom GPTs. Now, you can either build these custom GPTs yourself. You can build them as a prompt, but I find that too cumbersome because then you have to go in and change the prompt every time you use it. Custom GPT, I build it so it just asks you the key information that it needs. So you see on this one, this is the social ad copywriter. Create Facebook ads, and then it'll ask you some questions. I usually put more information in than this, but this is for demonstration purposes. It will write this, bosh. Done. So I can then just edit this, which will take 60 seconds. There's 1 or 2 bits. I'm like, it's completely made up. This is a placeholder, so I will change that to a real testimonial. But the rest of it is pretty relevant. Also, my chat GPT knows me. We talk about $1 product challenge all the time, so I don't need to prompt it too much. What I'll then do is I then have this as a copy variant that I can use to test to see if it will work better. But I'll take this, I'll copy it, and I'll take it to this, the ad social image create. I'm like, I've got this copy. I have this ad copy, and then it'll ask me more questions about ideal customers, what we're promoting, all of this sort of stuff, right? And then it will give me an idea of what it wants, what format, copy to use. We're going to be using this kind of copy. Do I like it? I can say yes, no, change this. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Bosh. 30 seconds later, you got this. Again, because I just use the made up testimonial. I don't like making up testimonials, but it's taken this made up testimonial. I wouldn't use it. We would change that before we put it in here because it's used that here to create this, but not a bad image, worth testing at least. I don't like these ones that look a bit too stock image. So I was like, let's do something off the wall. And this is the cool thing when you have it built as a custom GPT, you don't have to go back and re-put in the whole prompt. You can just keep querying, getting it, tweaking it each time. Let's play on the idea that freebie seekers are keeping your biz owners broke. Can you outline an idea? Boom. So you just come up with the angles yourself. It'll come up with a new idea. And I'm like, let's do it. There you go. Another eye-catching one. I can't use this because it's been trusted by tens of creators, not 1,000. But that's a minor thing, right? I can have that. And I'm like, let's do this again. And let's turn that tens of creators into actually a relevant, real number. Or if you only have an offer that has only had 10 people buy it, just remove that. But not a bad image. If you can come up with cool ideas that will be eye-catching, you can have this create like loads of different things. Let's come up with a really off-the-wall idea. Let's create a hyper-realistic of a business owner stuck in hell because they're serving. All right, it's not the best idea. It's fun to do this. I will pause this video or I'll edit this once it actually creates the image. So there we go, because this will take 30 seconds to do. Okay, so it created this, and if I was actually thinking about this, I would have put some stuff in there, add a headline and all of this sort of stuff, but it's definitely an eye-catching image. And that's the thing with these ads, right? You need to, first of all, to stop the scroll. And that creative is going to be a huge part of that. I am not a designer. My old ads would all use Canva designs. And so Canva's great, but if you're not a designer, you're still limited in what you can do. There's no way I'll be able to create anything of this kind of quality. This doesn't really even make sense, but it's a cool image. Like, it's definitely stopped the scroll. So these are some really cool tools. Basically, don't think that AI can do the job for you, but it can definitely help you. You still need a great offer. You still need some good angles and understand how marketing works, but you can use AI to speed how quickly you can create assets. If you have the right system, as I mentioned, with the right bump offers and upsells to increase that average order value, You can more confidently invest in advertising. And as you saw with this one, I'm getting currently a 3 times ROAS on this, and that will dip and then increase and dip and increase as the days go by. But overall, 3 times ROAS. That vampire image is the one that is pulling some good weight on that in those first few days. We'll see if this maintains. But essentially, I can very quickly test new copy and creative elements for Facebook. This was intended as a little behind the scenes follow-up to the video that I did on how you can use AI to create copy and creative. But essentially, if you want to run Facebook ads that self-liquidate, you do need a few things. You need the right campaign structure. Hernan Vasquez, really good guy to learn that from. He's got some very low ticket offers. I would recommend you go check him out. In addition to that, you need to have the right system with your paid offers. A $27 product for me probably wouldn't allow me to cover all of my costs. However, because I want to make a little profit there, having the right bump offers and upsells in place is going to increase that average order value so that it covers my CPA and I can continue to invest in ads quite confidently and not have to worry about losing money. This used to be quite a laborious task of trying to come up with angles and all of this sort of stuff and then write the copy, use the templates, do the design. And I'm not a designer, as I said. So AI has really made it much easier for me to spin up assets that I can then use to try and grab people's attention. You just need to have the right systems for the AI in place as well. It's a combination of all of those elements of having the right campaign structure, having the right offer stack, and then having the AI do the right work and not just letting it lead the work as it will try and do. Of course, if you want help with this, you can join Growth Models Plus. There's a $1 trial where you can jump in and you can get access to all of these custom GPTs that I've built. It's all in the AI assistance thing here. So there's all of these different ones that I've built to help you create everything from YouTube video scripts to spearfishing posts, outreach assistance, all sorts of different things to help you build that funnel. There's the $1 product challenge. You get access to that within GM Plus as well, as long as you remember all of these other courses as well to help you do all of this stuff. We've got all of these. And so you get access to all of this and more. And then, of course, some support within the community too. So if you are running ads and you're thinking, oh, I wish that I could test more, but you're not sure what to be testing, copy and creative seems to be making the biggest difference right now. The algorithm's getting very good at targeting the right people. And if you want help to help spin up all of that copy and creative elements for your business, check out Growth Models Plus because we've got everything in there and more stuff coming to help you create better ads for better profit for your business and scale more confidently. Bring those buyers in, sell them more stuff. Any questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.